Hi, welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click the button. So today, we're going to be changing the battery in the Mini Cooper. So, my battery is it's not bad in that the car will still start. But, you know, according to my battery tester, it's at about 49% capacity. And when I run, like when I first start the car in the morning after it's been sitting for a little while, it feels a little sluggish to start. It just doesn't have that zing that it would normally have. And honestly, you know, I just don't want it to leave me stranded. So for me, it's worthwhile to replace it before it dies. So I'm getting some tools together here. I've got an 8mm on a ratchet. I'm also going to need a 10, and I will grab a, I think I need a couple of Allens. I want to say it's a 4, but it might be a 5. So, I've got the hood open on the Mini. The battery is here under this. On most people's cars, they will not have this. This is a Dynon performance computer, so we'll just kind of move that out of the way. But that's it's kind of Velcroed right there. So what we're removing is this section here. So these three, and back here, this section comes out. So this is just kind of a rubber gasket that can lift out of the way. So that just lifts off. And then we need to start removing some of these bolts. So these are this is a 10 mil. This is a 10 mil. Just kind of put those over there. And then these Allens here are a 5. And it looks like a flathead, but there's an Allen that's in the center here. I would use an Allen so that you don't scrape up that trying to take it out with a flathead. A flathead is really an inferior type of tool. And these have a arrow, so you just kind of want to point them at the arrow. There's actually one over here as well. So I'll turn that. And then this should lift out of the way, just like that. So these are like quarter turn locks. So pull that out of the way. And then last but not least, we have these three 8mm screws. Now normally you would buy the battery before you take all this apart. However, Mini came from the factory with 2 different batteries depending on what equipment package you have. So I don't know what size battery is in my car to begin with. So we're doing a little exploratory surgery to find out. All right, so this is an 800 cold cranking amp. And there's the part number here on the top, so we can look that up if we want to. But what I'm going to do actually is remove the 10mm screws from the top and just lift the battery out of here, and we'll just read what group size it is right off the side of it. And then I can actually take this with me to the AutoZone and not have to pay the core charge. So there's a 14 mil or 13 mil that's down there on the corner. Okay, so it's a 13. And it's securing this side of the box. Oh, there's actually 2 of them here. So let's see. There's one here as well. So 13 there. There's a 13 that's kind of way down here in the corner, and that secures this plastic piece, which will then lift out, and we can see our battery. Now our battery has 10 millimeters here for the negative, and here for the positive. So negative comes off just like that. Positive comes off just like that. And then we should be able to pull this out of the way. I will say these cables are pretty in the way though. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to grab this 13. We're going to take this screw out of the center here. And that's going to split this in half. So we can kind of get all this out of the way. So now, the battery is secured with a bracket. It's straight down in this hole. It's also a 13. It's just kind of an aluminum bracket right there. So we can loosen that up. So we pull it out of the way. So there we are. All right, so our battery is out. Now, our battery tray is a good spot for leaves to hang out like these. So you probably just want to clean out some of that crap while you're in here. Maybe I'll just grab the shop vac and suck all that out. But that's it. Battery has been removed. So I can take this with me to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or wherever you go, your independent battery company, and I can go purchase a new one. Alright, so I picked up the battery from AutoZone. Mine was the bigger one of the two choices. I don't know what determines what size battery a Mini has, whether it's the smaller one or the bigger one, but I just, you know, I took the original battery to AutoZone. That way I didn't have to deal with the core and go back and return the core later. Just kind of grabbed the one that matched in size to the one that was in my hand. And battery was $200. Comes with a 3-year warranty. It is a platinum level battery because it's an AGM battery, an absorbed glass mat battery. Makes it a little bit pricier, I suppose, but 3-year warranty. And the battery that I got is 850 cold cranking amps, and it is an 80 amp hour battery, 88H. So that will be important in a minute. So put everything back together. We're gonna tuck this into place. So let's move everything out of the way. Battery has been installed. Now, there is a battery activation that needs to occur. So that is the last piece here. So to do that, I'm going to be using my BimmerLink app and my my OBD2 Bluetooth adapter, which I talked about in a previous video. So turn the car on. I've launched BimmerLink. I'll leave a link to the other video in case you don't understand what I'm doing here, but I have a Bluetooth OBD2 adapter that's plugged in, and then I have an app on my phone. So what you need to do is you need to register a new battery. So go register a new battery, and it's going to be 80 amp hour AGM. If it's a different capacity, you choose different capacity, but it's the same. We're going to register a new battery. So the engine needs to be off, the ignition needs to be in position 2, and there needs to be no air stored on engine control unit. Registering battery. Oh. I didn't have the car on. Register battery, same capacity, register. Registering battery. Battery registered successfully. So the battery replacement mileage is there, which matches my mileage on my dash. So we're good to go. Start the car. I retain my settings. Car started in sport mode. Auto start stop is off. Great. So let's talk briefly about the battery registration process so that you can understand why it needs to happen. Now, I suppose it doesn't need to happen, but from what I've read, if you don't do it, your battery isn't going to last long. So it is highly recommended that it does happen. So an AGM battery, or absorbed glass mat battery, or realistically any battery for that matter, has a different capacity when it is brand new than it does as it ages. So over time, as the battery ages, the car determines what the full capacity of the battery is, and it charges it slightly less and slightly less and slightly less and slightly less to keep from overcharging the battery. So that's what the car is doing as time goes on. And that's done to, you know, keep you from ruining your battery, stop you from being stranded, make your battery last longer, etc. So if you don't register the new battery, then the car will charge the new battery thinking that it's the old battery, not charge to full capacity, and your new battery will not last as long as it should. Resetting the battery restarts this process and lets the car know that it can charge to full capacity and start again from there. I'm not sure why the video cut off. Apologies for that. Thank you and have a great day.